Epic's getting a little bit crazy, guys. We have got a new content update happening next week, version 5.4, that's going to be altering a feature in-game that's stayed consistent since the beginning. Like, nothing has ever really changed in terms of the way the feature works, and it's going to be kind of crazy. I mean, you guys know we get these updates pretty much every week. We have all kinds of little tweaks and tunes, and sometimes they add things in, new weapons, modes, whatever else, but this is actually pretty big. They're going to be changing the way the storms work, all right? So the storms in Fortnite, the things that kind of slowly creep in throughout the game and force people together, force the action, those haven't really changed over the past, 10 months or so since Battle Royale came out. I mean, obviously we've got Blitz, which makes them go a little bit faster, and occasionally they've altered the amount of damage that they've done. But in terms of the way they work, it's just a moving circle that closes in, and that's just how it works. They haven't, added any new features to it. Well, they're actually adding something called storm damage to player structures. So at the end of a match, when the circle's very, very small, they said that it only happens in about 10% of the matches out there. The storms are actually going to start destroying player structures and completely changing the way those in-game situations work. You guys can see in this gameplay here, when you're down in that tiny circle, oftentimes what's happened is you guys have gotten into a build battle or somebody's built up over somebody else, and it's kind of like this crazy maze of all kinds of different materials and stuff, and it's hard to find each other, and it just turns into sometimes trying to just outlast the other person with like campfires and bandages and stuff in the storm. Well, now it's actually going to break those structures and force you guys to have to fight and not only use your materials and not try to get the higher ground or try to, wait out the storm in a sense. So I don't know. This is going to be really, really interesting. I kind of see what they're going with this. Like, it's not fun to sit there and wait till the storm closes in and then, try to outlive it as long as possible. But at the same time, like, some of these clips here, that's a fairly big area. So if you're telling me that I'm now all of a sudden at a disadvantage to build up over somebody because it's going to destroy my link to the ground and I'm going to end up falling to my death or falling to getting hurt really bad, that's kind of the opposite of what you want to do in every other situation in the game. Obviously, high ground is very, very important. So you're saying all the way up until the last 10% of the match, you want to have the high ground, but in the last 10%, make sure you don't, because if you do, the storm's going to destroy it and you're going to fall down. So I don't know. That's going to be really interesting. Like I said, we have not seen any big changes to the storm since this game was born. So we'll have to wait and see how it works out. But it sounds different. We'll see how it does. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now we do have some other things changing with this update that they detailed in this community update video. So the revolver is being vaulted. Rest in peace. F to pay respects. I'm not super gonna miss it. I mean, I didn't mind the revolver. It's fun. It's really satisfying when you get those one-shot headshots, especially early game, and like, somebody's rushing you with a shotgun, you pull out the revolver and just dink them. That's awesome, but it's not necessary. I understand. We've been adding a bunch of weapons in recently. It's time we start taking some out. And I think they mentioned in the video that Season 6, they're probably gonna start taking some more stuff out too. So what would you guys take out next? Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, so that's being vaulted. And then we've also got some other small item changes in terms of stack sizes. Few examples they did was, well, first of all, C4 was moved to epic rarity instead of rare. So that's good. They're going to be a little bit more rare. But, for the stack sizes, boogies are now going to drop in stacks of 2. So when you pick up a boogie bomb, like out of a chest or whatever, it's going to come with 2 bombs instead of just 1. And then also shields now can stack up to 3. So there's big pot 50 shields. You're going to be able to carry 3 of those at once, which is interesting. As of right now in game, usually you want to take minis over the pot shields, over the 50 shields, just because you can stack them way higher. You can get up to 10. They're smaller, they're easier to drink. They can't get you over 50 shield, but you can pop them really quickly in a gunfight, which is nice. But now that you can carry up to 3 pot shields at once, 350 shields, that's actually a lot of shield damage that you're going to be able to have in your back pocket. So I think you're going to see more and more people picking up shields with that update. But yeah, so those are a couple of examples they gave us. I think there are going to be more things that are tuned. We'll definitely cover it in that update when it happens next week, whether it be Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. I've had some crazy days recently, but I found it kind of interesting that they're messing with the storm. So I want to let you guys know about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe if you have not already. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out.